Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, little children, dogs and cats. Right about now, you are listening to the incredible drum patterns of DJ Manny. Fresh. Ladies and gentlemen, I'ma buy cars, I'ma get clothes, I'ma rock jewels all along the globe. Got a lot of Coca-Cola, you girls know what's up with me. Loose chest, loose with it, round down with up. I'm a gangster, can't bet you what you bouncing it for. I give me leeway. Watch how a G play. Watch how my name is caught up in the head. She say, it's you need me, man. We what the streets need. They represent us, and they represent the DJs.
Open yard, brother. What's up, everybody? I'm so hood. I'm so grimy. Yeah, dude. Cookie cutter, comic collectors. Rejoice. Beckerman. We got Beckerman in the chat, dude. That's what's up. Someone post a link. We're just going to be chilling K-pop. Back from the ashes. Electrocutions. All that stuff, dude. So, yeah, man, we're just chilling, bro. Monday. Talking about what's going to be happening on the channel. And just overall hanging out, talking shit about books. So, I just want to hang, man. I'm about shoes, my bone, clothes. Got a lot of stepping out of hit a Coca-Cola. Me. All right. So basically, man, what's going on over here, dude, is my show on Friday is the Club Channel show, right? And that's where we really throw down and compete. So there'll be competition on Friday. Last time it was some one-on-ones. This time it's going to probably be the old school. Everybody gets to play. We're going to get one champion. It'll either be a club member or it'll be a new person getting it. So I'm not going to put much effort into it or try to have like hosts or guests. I'm not going to be asking. Just whoever wants to show up, and we're going to make it work like that. Hopefully people will want to come, you know, like surely the people last time was on, they're all allowed to come back. All the panel members allowed to come back. Maybe by Friday I'll want to have more people on, but as of right now, I'm cool with just me and a few dudes just chilling, you know, playing the game. I will have some categories set just in case the club don't want to think of any or they get stumped. I'll have a set. And the trivia is still going on. Still doing trivia. It's been proven to be a little crafty, you know, a little trickier, trying to get people lined up. I haven't asked 1-7, trying to get this other group to go. If they don't go soon, I'm gonna ask the other people to go, probably sooner than later. But trivia's coming, and yeah, bro. So I've been making fun of cookie cutters. inviting people on the yard. I'm saying that's what I call when I drop a link and you're invited to the yard. Who runs the yard? This is my yard, so of course I run it. But it's always open, and we got an entrance. Sometimes I can't tell a difference. There's one letter that throws me off, so we do got Big Bleeker, baby. I thought he said he was off today. I could see I'd be dangerous. Yo, original club member Puff.
Boom. How you doing, Biggie?
What is up?
You know, just chilling.
Chilling like a villain. Yo, there's Big Puffer himself. Helped me in the beginning on the club. He still pops up when he can.
He hasn't been on the club in a minute, that's for sure.
Yeah, you gotta get back on the club, Puff. We need you, dude. There's Big Rude. What's up, Big Real Rude? So I don't want to step on toes, but you know, Rude, if Journey ain't got time for your little death metal fucking battle and shit with Glenn, dude, I can always oblige. You know, I'm not recommending you come to me, but if shit don't work out and you need somebody to help you out with that kind of shit, I'm always willing to get some competition going on my channel. So I wouldn't be entering, but I'd help you if you couldn't figure it out. Norin Rad, Beef It. Hell yeah, what up, guys? So, you know, I got about an hour or so, maybe a little bit longer. I was talking about the cookie cutters, and I was starting to think, like, I'm going to start saying cookie cutters a lot, right? And then I remembered, I'm like, oh, fuck, Sans is the Cookie Monster. He's already got the gimmick.
Well, like, when you say cookie cutter, you mean people that are all the same?
Cookie cutter, yeah, like cookie cutter is like very, very bland, very basic. Cookie cutter,
like a cookie cutter neighborhood, like all the houses look exactly the same.
Right. That's good.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's fair. That's because
cookie cutter comic collectors.
That's because they all have tools to do it now. They all got key collector. They can just read when they do their streams. That's why.
Yeah. I'm just kidding, but it's funny to me. Cookie cutter. Fucking cookie cutters. The kind of like very commercial channels that are just so loving and love every channel and kiss everybody's ass and shit. Like I love all y'all too, but I'm just not talented like them. I didn't go to fucking what is it? The classes in high school for video. I didn't go to what's that shit called? Bleeker, do you know? Do they have school in Canada? I'm just
what the videography or something?
Videography. There you go. Yeah, videography. Didn't take them classes. I didn't. You know, not too frightened.
I didn't take them classes either, man. I just used stupid apps. They're pretty easy to use.
Comic collectors who have all the generic keys. Oh, burn! I think he's trying to guess what I'm thinking of. I collect new warriors. I'm pretty sure I'm a rare breed. Yes.
Yeah, he is a rare breed. I don't know anybody that actually collects new warriors.
Yeah, I didn't go to cookie cutter school. That's right, real rude.
That's right.
I didn't go to cookie cutter school. No, I just think cookie cutter is a funny word. So I'm just going to use it. Get in here, Rude. Get in here, Becker, if you ain't doing shit. Maybe we'll get some nice dialogue going. Watch Transformers. All right. Did you say you got to see it or
I haven't seen Transformers yet. I'm still watching Twisted Metal.
Okay. I'm probably trying to get that in next. I'm a huge Transformers guy. I did get excited. Some of the scenes, some of the CGI was like, oh, this is fun and this is exciting. But
Hey,
all
I certainly didn't
together,
hate Twisted Metal, bro. Twisted Metal's pretty good, man. You should check it
is
out.
it?
Yeah, it's not bad. It's not. It's a fun show.
The problem with Transformers for me, for this particular movie, okay, is it just feels so meaningless. Like you're going up against Unicron. You see Unicron eat a whole planet. You know Unicron's serious. You know, Scourge is serious. These are serious villains. They're doing serious shit, but they're not killing nationwide. They're not getting chased by militaries like in the past.
They're
You know
not.
what I
They're
mean?
also
Like,
not my. They're not my Transformers either. I'm not really interested in the Beast Wars.
all right. So I like just Michael Bay would have it to where like the whole government's involved. You had Shield, you had all these
Yeah,
departments.
that got old pretty quick though. That got pretty difficult to believe very quickly with
But I
everybody
mean,
involved.
compared to just like some kids from Brooklyn that
Mm.
are just
And I don't know. It's
there,
fucking It's Transformers, bro.
it's
It's
like a
fucking
car thief and a student are the two interacting
all right.
primaries here, and I just don't. I'm not getting connected to it. Like the music, everybody was like, the music's gonna be great. Music was good. It just don't. It feels weird. Like there
How
was
are the visual effects? Does it look fake? Does it look like CGI to you? Like, does
the
it look all?
CGI whenever the lady found the what are we gonna call it? A spark. We'll say it's a
Yeah,
spark.
yeah,
Now you got a
yeah.
million names.
The All Spark.
Yeah, she found a spark, and it was like a big burst of light, right? And the burst of light shot through the fucking space, and it went all the way to another planet.
Okay, that makes sense.
And
I get it. I
and
get
we're
it.
just supposed to believe this chick is like standing by this light. That it just it looked really bad. It was
All
just
right.
like that was probably the worst part for me. Was
You
like
usually don't bag on fucking CGI that much. So
there was some shoddy parts that maybe it's just
okay.
not translating good on TV. I don't know.
If you want to, everybody, if you want to hear the live, it was a live watching last night. You can watch Journey's channel. Biggie was watching this live. He gave his live reactions as he was watching.
The light wasn't even visible to human. Only the Transformers could see it. Okay, well, it still came. It still looked weird. Is all I'm saying. Like it just looked fucking. Now, the throwback Autobots, they were cool. The Decepticons had no soul. It was just like, oh, there's the bad guys. I thought fucking Scourge was Megatron. I'm not like no amateur fucking Transformer guy either. Like
No,
I
you're
fucking
not. You
know
got a
my.
lot of
I've
fucking.
studied Transformers, dog. Like I
You
know
got a
my
lot
shit.
of Transformers over there,
I,
bro.
I think I would know a few things that some people might not. So I wasn't feeling it, bro. Just from the beginning, like the Beast Wars shit, it was pretty good. I understood that. Decepticons, I get it. You know, Unicron's minions.
Was it all Beast Wars? Is that the whole like? Is that all
No,
based
you
on
had the
Beast Wars?
regular Autobots in there too, and they were like fighting together and whatever, and it just felt so confined. It was like whatever space they're fighting in, it was like, okay, well, they're not really fucking all types of shit up like they did before. So
I don't know. Maybe they gotta bring it into a world where it's there's no human beings at all, where it's like in the past or something, or completely away from humanity, because it's just almost not believable.
What's up, Pocan and Legion? We got Pokanian and Legion in here.
Nice, nice.
Legion is fired up. Let's see. I love the Bay flicks a lot. I do too, bro. I always shout them out. The light was, yeah, I already said that one. That's fair, but that's why she didn't see it. Okay. It just seems so weird to me that she's close to it, and then it's super big, and it's beaming a million miles up. It's just like it didn't feel like right. It felt very wrong. So Big Legion is coming on in. Good. We like this. What up, Big Legion?
Nothing much. I wasn't fired up. I like to talk Transformers.
Yeah,
I'm really like balls deep into it right now. I have I've never been like a Transformers guy. Like I grew
Okay.
up seeing it here and there. You know what I mean? I lived in a household with superheroes. I was
Yeah.
aware of it. Had a few toys growing up. Beast Wars, that was like my kid generation. I was like an '87 baby, so that
Okay.
was on when I was little. And I fell in love with Transformers just with the Michael Bay movies. That's like so. Like I'm a different breed with it. You know, like I defend those movies as that's all. Like I really. And this movie, like my whole household is still hyped from this movie because I took the kids with me to see it. We went on premiere night, and Finn loves Transformers, so he's still running around buying movie toys. And I ended up because of that just wanting more. You know what I mean? And I dove in, and I'm collecting Volume 1 actively and all that stuff. And I'm up to issue 12 reading it. I'm trying to read it all in order. So I haven't really dove into the original series yet or anything, but.
I'm still such a toy fan of the Transformers. I would still probably buy a figure before a book. Like I have Transformers 1 and a few other odds and end books, but like the toys are truly my favorite type of toy.
They're so fun. They really are.
They are
I
amazing.
found out too from Finn getting into them that transforming toys is a skill that you naturally have as a child. And if you don't use it, you lose it. Because I bought some for him, like thinking this will be fun. And I'm like, bro, I can't transform this for you, my dude. Like I've got the instructions here and everything. I can't do it. Like 16 steps is too many. And then you sit this 5-year-old down who can't read with that little map of the instructions and
That's
give him
dope, bro.
5 minutes and he's got to throw the instructions away. I'm good.
I wish my kid Transformer toys more. He's not into that yet, but I'm sure he'll get there.
Yeah, I think it's crack for kids. They hit that certain age and it's on.
Yeah. It is very therapeutic. I remember when I had a lot of anxiety years ago before comics and shit, I would grab a Transformer and just fidget with it. And
it's like an old school fidget spinner or stress ball. Or something.
Yeah, big time. And there's very tough ones to train. Like my buddy has a masterpiece Megatron. I won't touch it because I'm afraid I've seen people break it. I've seen it's like the first one.
I've seen some of those like a couple $100 like 12, 15-inch movie versions like the Grimlock and stuff.
Well, that big dog.
I wanted to dive into some of those. Just I don't want to transform them. I just want to like display them. They just look cool.
They're great, man. I love the comics. I think they're good, and I'm glad I got a number 1. But when I'm collecting comics, I'm collecting comics. So I'm not really there with saying like even Star Wars. I don't fuck with Star Wars. I just want everybody knows me. I want the Silver Age Kirby Crackle. So I'm just all over that shit and all the stuff around it that I like. So it was good. Sienkiewicz killed number 1, and there's all the stories there. It's fantastic. I had the First Bloodshed. I had a bunch of them, but they don't take priority in the comic section for me.
Yeah, I'm just. I mean, like you hunt in waves. Like you'll have like an itch where you're like, I need to get some more of this specific era or artist or whatever thing. And like the last year specifically, I went hard on those ones that everyone's sleeping on. Those Silver Age DC keys that everyone's sleeping on. I went hard all year long, just sweeping them up. And I haven't felt like buying keys in a while. There's nothing that's like, I need to get that now. And I'm always trying to complete my Hulk Volume 1. I'm down to like less than 20 and no big keys left other than number 1 and 2.
Now, I know how you collect. So
then Tales to Astonish, I'm always on the look for them. But I don't like just to go online and buy them. I like to actually just wait till I'm somewhere where I can look.
Right.
And
if I had this shit in front of me, Legion, I would probably buy it too, but I don't have it right in front of me.
Yeah, but I'm not just like actively just running to the internet just to, all right, I got the extra money. Kind of, I guess I call it soft collecting. You know what I mean? When it's in front of me at a right price, I'll get it. But after seeing the Transformers new one and everything, I'm like, I've loved these movies. I've watched them 1,000 times with a kid. Why haven't I ever thought to buy the comics? They were just never a thing in my household. So I bought a number 1 at a local comic fest here. And then I'm like, I ought to get the rest of them. So I bought another one raw and I just ended up buying like 1 through 50. Now I'm like just going to read through them. I'd rather just hunt them down individually and read through them than read them digitally or buy a trade. It's just something fun to hunt that ain't too crazy.
Yeah, they're sick, bro. There's one that's kind of underrated in my opinion, but it is a pretty decent key, and he's a pretty important character. Is Bludgeon. So he's
I
like
haven't
the
got to him yet.
Japanese Megatron in one of the stories. Like he's the big dog over there at one point, and they're the first appearance of Bludgeon. He's like coming in with the samurai sword and shit. You get a high grade that's pretty good. You know, they got First Devastator, Jetfire, all that stuff. It's pretty good. Grimlock.
Yeah, I might
let's
have
talk
that.
about the movie
I
though.
don't know what issue number it is.
My fucking problem is it didn't feel like a real event. Like the last Transformer is like, oh, we're going to the moon. We're going, you know, the Autobots are leaving. This one felt like a couple kids from the borough were like fucking run, or this barely involved. I mean, that one guy basically turned into the Transformer guy from the beginning. What's his name? Spike. Is that Spike? Supposed to be Spike?
I don't believe so. Sam Witwicky is Spike. You know what I mean? I know this isn't the same timeline. This is a total relaunch from Bumblebee. So this is technically Transformers #2. The world does not know they exist. Only some little girl in a garage from the Bumblebee movie, and then these two humans right here. These are the only people that know Transformers even exist. And now,
the only reason I'm saying he's Spike is because that's the fucking guy that turns into the Transformer that gets to know him. Like, not many fucking humans end up getting that mantle. Like, even
I think that they might
even what's his name didn't get that good. Shiloh wasn't really
take it a different route with this movie because how they're going through the ages. Like the first one was the 80s, this one's the 90s. So I think they're just kind of trying to dip their toe in. You know what I mean? Because even in the comics and the movies, Transformers have like this actual timeline that they dip back into flashbacks. So they've been around for eons, you know, like their lives, they've been on Earth for millions of years in the comics and in the original cartoon. So I guess this is just the movie way of just kind of dipping into a longer past before they catch up with the present. But maybe that's why they kept it low key. You know, they're trying to build to it. This one was definitely bigger than Bumblebee, but this was not on scale with what Michael Bay has done when there's the War of Chicago, like you said, with Dark of the Moon.
Yeah, that was crazy.
Yeah, like Unicron and Cybertron showing up in The Last Night, or the entire war over Tokyo and Age of Extinction, where the legendary.
Yeah, dude. It's like whole continents get fucked up in Transformers. This was like a fucking couple yards in a forest got fucked up.
There's a forest in this one. The first one was just a junkyard for the big finale with 3 Transformers. This one was the top of a mountain peak in the jungles of Peru. You know, they're keeping it low key, which I think it's good to build it though. But I completely agree. Like they haven't topped the Michael Bay stuff yet at all, in my opinion. I know a lot of people.
They had the pieces, and they told a pretty cool story, and visually it was a little spotty in a couple spots. I thought. I can't think of the other one that really irked me, but
I'll tell you what I loved was this had some of the best transformation sequences I've seen in any of the movie. At the end, when Noah and Optimus Primal catch Prime and they pull him back, and he like in one motion he just transforms and grabs Noah and throws him on his back, and Noah's already got the jetpack going, and they just hit and drive away from the explosion. Like that whole sequence was so seamless. It was really cool. And it had a couple of little crowd pleaser moments, just like those hell yeah moments, like when you hear Stratosphere and everyone stops and looks up, and the back just opens and you see Bumblebee's silhouette and the music drops. You're like, okay, that was cool.
Did you end up finishing the movie yesterday, Vic?
I did. So that wasn't Jazz. That was Mirage. Is that what people were telling me?
Yeah, Mirage was the Porsche.
It was Mirage. Okay, so the Mirage was the Porsche or whatever.
Yeah, he was. That was Pete Davidson doing the voice of him. That was our main little liaison to the humans. I thought that was fun to do something different. How about Optimus? Like this was the first time we actually see Optimus and like spend time with Optimus in this new movie timeline. So he's kind of jaded. He's not a big fan protector of humans. His goal, his mission is still on the idea of getting his people and getting home. Like I'm not even here long enough to care about humans. So get my people, get home. But seeing how like Primal being there for so long and kind of taking cues and showing Optimus like there's more than meets the eye to humans. You know, that was something we haven't done before. So they did do little character differences that I thought was fun, so it didn't just feel like a rinse and repeat, you know.
Yeah, the Autobot side was solid. Like I was following that fine, but whenever it got to the Decepticons, it got a little weird, and it was okay. I love the whole semi truck bad guy because it was Prime forever, and then Megatron ended up being a semi. What up, Big Becker, dude?
Yo.
I was thinking it was Megatron through half the movie, but it's Scourge. I'm like, oh, that makes more sense because it's Unicron.
Yeah,
so it's
Scourge. Yeah, it was we didn't see any Decepticons in this movie. These were all the Terracons. So I don't know. You know, you have the Autobots and the Decepticons, you have the Maximals and the Predacons, and then you have these lackeys of Unicron that are called Terracons.
Oh, just Terracons. Okay, so Scourge just has his Terracons because it used to be the Brigade and the whatever. They both had like armies. Scourge and Cyclonus. So Cyclonus was missing, I would guess, and so Scourge just had his little minions. That makes sense.
There were some notable Maximals that were missing, like Rat Trap, who was like one of the staples of the TV show and stuff like that. But I don't know. They for me, with my limited knowledge, like I've got so much more since watching it than I did before, because like you can actually go here on YouTube. Transformers have channels on YouTube where the original series plays, like not pirated or anything. It just plays 24/7 on YouTube. So does Beast Wars and a lot of the older stuff. And Finn,
G.I. Joe has a channel. I know what you're talking about.
Yeah, so I've watched a lot more here recently than I probably did as a kid. I'm trying to get caught up with Finn.
Nice. It's pretty cool because it stays canon. Like through the years, up until about Beast Wars, all the G1 through all the years, it stays like the story is connected. So that's what I always appreciated about it.
That's something too that's kind of odd, right? Like how much Transformers is very similar to comic book canon in a lot of ways. Like it steps on its own toes, it rewrites its own history. You have so many different series from so many different studios over the decades it's been around now that you can hear different history or origins and stuff depending on what somebody's watched per se. Like you clearly have like the OG stuff on deck, but the people that jumped in and haven't watched that but watched some of like the Transformers Robots in Disguise or Prime or this or that, they would have
way the fuck off. Yeah,
they would have different timeline stories kind of thing.
Yeah. Altogether, it was, I agree, better than Bumblebee. It would be about, I don't know. I was kind of a Shiloh and Marky Mark fan. Like I wasn't mad at him.
I think you're the only other person I found on YouTube that says that out loud besides me.
I like Shia LaBeouf.
Yeah, I'm talking about the Transformer movies because everyone else is like, Michael Bay ruined it. And the more that I read the comics, the more that I'm like, yo, this was in the movies. They did this in the movies. Like, this is straight from the movies. Like, the third comic arc, you have Spike Witwicky, who gets bestowed by Optimus with the creation matrix because he's hiding it from Soundwave. And he gets, like, pretty much the same issues Shia was having in the second movie where he's like he touched the Allspark. Now he has all the information and stuff in him. And they're all, you know what I'm saying? I'm like, dude, like, they pulled from the comics for the movies. It's in here.
You get intertwined in it because you get these toys and then the movie comes out, and I was literally that fucking kid or guy that would have like all the figures watching the movie, like, oh, there goes that figure, and I'd hold the figure and I look, and then there goes that. I'm like, oh. I was just fucking nerdy, bro. Super into Transformers. Love the movie figures, love the base shit. G1, the cartoon is my favorite though. The cartoon anime, dude. Best cartoon movie in the history of cartoon, in my opinion. Like it was, you won't get another cartoon Transformers because they won't kill the hero like that again. I don't think they will. For us kids, going through that was very climactic Like, and they had huge actors, voice act, bro, unreal. That fucking movie was digitally and visually and
Unicron Transformers and stuff. And E-Man pointed out to me that it was controversial because they dropped like the S word. They said shit in the original movie, and like a lot of parents and stuff were like really pissed about it.
Oh, dude, I didn't see it coming. But then you see the next series of cartoons, and Prime is dead, and the way they bring him back is with like what was it, zombie bots or zombie shit or something, and they actually brought him back, and it was in the cartoon series. It was just like, fuck, they're following the movie. So you don't get that all the time, man. And well, I tell you what's weird though is when they went to Headmaster, and Spike was like, I think they said he built Fortress Maximus in like 3 days or some shit, and it's the biggest transformer, and he built it because of what happened to the Autobots, and
like
and then it went to like
thing?
Huh?
Is that like a big pyramid thing?
No, it's I got Fortress Maximus behind me. He's like anyway, Spike is like you know how Spike has his little mech suit?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so Spike has his mech suit. He creates Cerebros. Cerebros is like a brain. Cerebros is its own figure, and it's just the head. And Cerebros is just as big as like Prime and shit. So the head that's just the head of the rest of the robot. So then you get characters like Scorponok and I don't know, Metroplex kind of, but this bigger guy is Trypticon, and the Headmasters had like Japanese dub. So for years none of the Americans could understand, but YouTube finally did like a whatever the word is, where they make it an English dub, and you could watch it. So I don't know if it's still on YouTube, but I remember watching it years ago, and it really helped connect everything because, you know, that's a big chunk of it. That's like right after all the deaths and all that shit. So
I've got the there's like a 4 mini series of Headmasters that I picked up, but I'm not to that yet. I had no clue. I'd never even heard about it till like a month ago.
So I'm talking to fucking Journey, and he's talking about Bry's Comics and how he shipped 100 books, and CGC gave him 29.9s or some bullshit. And he was like,
no, it wasn't that many, but it was 20 virgin copies, and like 7 of them were 9.9s. Journey has one of them.
From it wasn't like 100.
No. Bry had 20 of these virgins. But the issue is that Bry does this exclusive cover that turns out it was already used before internationally, but Bry didn't know any better. Like he bought this right to do a variant from Marvel, and it was a Delato Bry's comic exclusive, and it turns out the cover's been used before.
Where did he get the image? Did he pay Delato for the image?
He's not allowed. So when you do like big 2 variants, this is true. I know enough people that have done it. You sign an NDA. So he can't tell you the process. But what he can do is tell you that he claims he had no idea that this image had been used before and that he wouldn't have selected it if he had known, which stands to reason. However, now he's you know, Journey got this book as a $250 mystery box, right?
Right.
Just the one book in it?
Yeah, I think so. If there were more books, I don't know about that part of it.
There was other grand prizes. Supposedly there was an AF-15. So I think that's a bit of the story that gets kind of left out a lot. It's like he brings Journey will talk about this one book, but he was supposedly other people got like an ASM 300 9.8, a fucking 252 something, and then the big one was AF-15 1.0 or some shit. So,
but yes, I know that Journey's into that box for $250, and now essentially he can't sell the book that he got in it. So he's just out that
I
much.
think he could, but he's not being.
Do you think he can get his $250 out of it? Because everybody's bagging on this book now.
Well, I'm saying it might be worth around. I've been saying 200 to 300.
It looks like the used, the previous copy. If you wanted to get that cover on not Bry's book, on the other one is like.
We got 2 slabs. They're saying the chat says he got. Norin Rad says he got 2 slabs for $250. Was that the money slab though, Norin? Was that supposed to be the value of the box? Yeah, one was a 9.9.
It's a really cool image. I just looked it up. Like, it's a gorgeous image.
Yeah, well, Delgado does good art, especially back when that cover was made.
And like Bry, like I looked up Bry, and he has like the eBay listings of the book in the foreign market it was used for. Yeah, that's pretty. That's a bummer. I mean, for Bry as well. You know what I mean? Like, that's a bummer for everyone all around.
None of that shit is bothering me that much. The whole fucking book was used, or that was the
Bleeker. I was in the acetate gate line.
Yeah, I could confirm that Becker was there. So the thing that fucks me up is like CGC are just dirty scoundrels. Like, you send it in for
why is it CGC's fault?
I mean,
are we talking about the acetate book or the Spider-Man
I'm
book?
talking about in general, that one too. But like, you get these guys that have like 30 copies of something, or 100, and they send them to CGC, and they're like, pre-screen these, and hopefully, I don't know if they tell them, like, I'm hoping to get 10, or do they even let them know, or it's just, I mean, fuck, how would they know they're just not going for 9.8? It just feels like
does it seem shady to anybody? I'm following this on Norin Rad's chat, like the comments he's making, because he knows a lot about this, it looks like. He's saying, so the other book was a $90 Bry exclusive. So CJ got 2 Bry exclusives in the Bry's comic box. But aren't they selling you chasing like big grails and stuff in these things? And instead he's just offloading his own crap. I mean, that would be my problem with it. If you're showing me pictures of a GSX #1 and I buy your box and it's just got 2 of your own exclusives in it slabbed, I'd be feeling a little ripped off.
Yeah,
I agree. I feel like they're good consolation prizes, but as long as other people are getting the AF-15 and shit, I'm not mad. Someone got an AF-15.
Okay, that was the grand prize.
Yeah,
but doesn't that feel a little bit like false advertising?
Well, okay. But I haven't seen anybody claim that they've gotten these great prizes yet. So I'm waiting to see like who got the GSX, who got the AF-15. So I don't know if that's happened yet. If somebody said, "Oh, I got that one," or if anybody's just got the prize exclusives. Also, they had 3,000 books because you can't place an order to Marvel for under 3,000 books. So the order started at 3,000 books. I think they took 100 out of that 3,000, and 20 of them were virgins, and the rest were trade dress variants. I think that's how it went, but I know they started with 3,000, and then obviously, I heard this all on Swaggle House's. I heard this all on Swaggle House's channel today. By the way, he did a really good video on this whole thing with Bry. Him and Bry are buddies. He's a little bit. Probably has a little bit of love there. So, but other than that, he's a pretty honest guy. So Swaggle House already did a pretty good video on this.
There's so many scandals happening today. Andrew Tate's got a comic book coming out for $97. $100. Rise Comics is doing stuff like we got the drama today. What happened?
You know what fucking Journey said though? That, linked some more fucking baggage in there. He goes, well, they're not the only ones to do that. Big time collectibles do.
A lot of people do it. That's where you.
Oh, careful now, Biggie.
I'm just saying, bro. That's what I'm like.
Biggie, this is how you
that's Legion's guy. That can't be real. And he's like, oh yeah, you'd be surprised. I'm like, okay.
Big time
This is how you get
collectible
exclusives, big
sells.
man.
They
That's
could
how
just buy
people do it.
9 9s and 10s. Is that what's going on?
But it's
No.
just so far that nobody's got busted with using another piece of art yet that's been reused before. And if I was Bry, I'd be pissed that they didn't give me a new piece of art. I paid for a fucking exclusive cover, not a cover that's been used before. I'd be pretty pissed if I was Bry.
That's another thing we don't know for sure. Like, there's information out there. Like, maybe he could have known.
No, it doesn't work like that.
The,
he doesn't have any. He doesn't talk to the artist.
I don't feel like he's educated
Marvel
enough in this business to be doing stuff that he does. And this is.
I can't account for the. People tend to just over submit to CGC and pre-screen 9.8s. If CGC screens them, like say you want 20 9.8s, you send them 50 books, and they sit there. This one's a 9.9, so it's not a 9.8 or nothing. It's a 9.8 or better. If you have 10s, 9s, or 9.8s, they keep those till you get 20. Then the rest they stop. They stop right there. And if they went through some and screened them, and they didn't hit 9.8, you get charged for that pre-screen. That's why they stop and don't do the rest. So with big time collectibles, they did that gold Superman that was limited to.
Yes, they did.
It's limited to 300. They had to order a minimum still of these of like 1,000 because they did the silver as well. So they had to get 1,000 of these just to order them. And they sent them in.
I wanted that cover actually. Not that I subscribed to that book, but that cover is so nice, man.
Yeah, it is dope. This is number 3 of 300. And they did the little sequential numbering, at
that grade. Is that what that means? Or no, it's just only 300. I hear you.
There's 300 of them, and each slab has a different number: 1 of 300, 2 of 300, 3 of 300. And so when they pre-screen them, unfortunately, none of these hit 9.9s because if you follow BTC, they're still having issues with all these logo foils that they're doing. The foil and the inner well, and you can see that's just where the inner well rests on the foil. It leaves these marks on there. So they've been sharing videos and stuff where they're opening CGC boxes with 25 books.
So they couldn't hit a 9.9. They were going for whatever they could get.
Yeah, they pre-screen for a 9.8. If they hit a 9.9, they put your 9.9. If you want 300 9.8s or better, they sent them 1,000 copies. They sent them all the gold ones. They sold no gold ones raw. There were some artist comps that went out to like Jurgens and the people associated with the book because that's how like some artists work. They get comps with their stuff. But from BTC side, they only sold those 300 already slabbed ones. But yeah, they didn't get any 9.9s on those golds, but they did get luckier with like the silver foils and some of the later ones that they've done as well. Like they have like the red and black Death of Superman one, and I've seen people like people, Biggie, that pre-ordered the 9.8 from their shop and received a 9.9. No additional charge. If you ordered one, they're just randomly putting those 9.9s that just into orders.
Paul Cook is like hit that lottery a couple times.
Twice.
Sector 2815, Paul Cook.
Yeah, he's ordered a 9.8 in every one of the logo foils that they've done. He's doing a set, and he's gotten 2 9.9s out of it. And at this point, there's like a lot. Like there's a whole Green Lantern set. There's like 6 or 7
I don't
Superman.
think any of the golds got a 9.9 though, correct?
No, the census didn't have any of them because Paul was checking the census even while we were waiting, and that's when like because BTC had to, like with those gold ones, they sent a lot back and sent emails out to all the customers saying, these things have scuffing. If there's a problem, let us know and we'll get it corrected for you for free. Since then, they've just been sending the orders back to CGC and getting them reholdered over and over.
I got 2 of them of the golds, but I gave them both away.
You're just such a nice guy, man. That's
how I'm a maverick.
He's a
I gave
vigilante.
the acetate books away too. That was never for me. I was in that line to give it to Alan, my buddy Comic Viking, who I'm actually making wait right now while I'm sitting on here.
Yeah,
we're supposed to be filming the Hucklebuck, but Biggie said he wanted me on here, so screw you.
Yeah, don't let me hold you, dude. You guys are cool.
I'm gonna bounce here in a minute.
Yeah. I'm about to make.
I love seeing my buddy Legion here, who's finally back from vacation.
I feel like I'm mentally still there.
I get a few rare appearances from Legion. I've had him here a couple times.
I've been here plenty of times, Biggie. I love you.
I don't have too much fucking things on the agenda for Legion or anybody. I can't think. Legion's been doing great. I don't really bust his balls too much, but you know.
I appreciate it when you do. You know me, I like to argue. I
Yeah,
hope
I
y'all
like
know
to
it's good spirit though. I just like to argue. Like it's just
Yeah,
fun.
we've sniffed that out, buddy.
Yeah. But
Yeah,
if you
got
check the
past
tape,
the
Biggie, I don't
computer.
hang out on very many lives these days. I've just been too busy. I do my streams and I'm on Friday, but I don't just do this
That's
often.
enough, dude. Yeah, you got a full-time fucking operation going, dude. So any chance you get, like, I know you have your show the same time mine is, but I'm sure I'm gonna get some Legion.
He doesn't even have time to comb his hair.
No, none of us do. I'm gonna go get a plate of spaghetti. If any people dip, that's okay. I'll be right back.
Bleeker, I'm sorry that I apologize. I'm definitely not sorry that I interrupted your stream.
Oh, you're good, buddy. You're good.
It was pointed because I was on vacation, but people were messaging me and pointing me in the direction of me and Hudat being talked about on other streams, and it made me almost feel bad when you said that we ruined your stream.
No, man, not at all, bro. Not at all. I'm easygoing. I don't know what exactly was going on there. I just sort of let things happen.
Me and Hudat were arguing over comic books, which I hope that nobody takes seriously. It's comic books. They're fun to argue about. I think
we were arguing about first appearances, weren't we? Yeah.
Of Gambit.
First appearance of Gambit.
Yeah, I talked to Becker. I talked to Becker on the phone every day, but I was out of town, right? So I was on an island with terrible signal. So I wasn't real time in your chat. I was lagging the whole time, this and that. And then I lost it completely and tried to call Becker, and I couldn't even get a signal. So I went back and watched it later, and the response times were all crazy. But I hope the fact that laughing emojis and LOLs in it didn't get taken too seriously. But yeah, I think some people will take it.
I just take like anything seriously, man. Yeah. Honestly, I just figured you guys were having a piss. Not a big deal.
Yeah. Dude, if you can't argue about comic books, what
are you doing? And what's the point of being online?
What's the point?
Well, yeah. If you can't be a troll, what's the point of even YouTube? This is bullshit.
Exactly. I missed all this drama. Yeah, it was just me explaining how time works. That's all it was.
Last year there was a lot more drama. This year there's not that much. But it's all happening in 1 week though, apparently.
And so to finish up, because there's Alan texting me.
Oh, you want me to call him?
No. He'll be all right. He'll likes it when I make him wait. So Andrew Tate has a comic book, and the price point is $97, and this thing looks like it was created with AI.
Okay, it most likely was.
It looks like shit. The storyline is just his life. What's the name of the book again, Mark? I forgot it already.
Probably
something really douchey.
No, it was just top G, the letter G.
Top G. Yeah. So anyway, it's a $97 comic book, and the shipping on it is $19.50.
Jesus fuck.
So for $116,
and the cost of all your private information.
Yeah, because so Legion and I are talking on the phone, and I'm like, all right, I'm going to try to check out to see if it lets me learn any more information on this thing. But I obviously wasn't going to give it my credit card or anything. There's a box you have to click on it that says agree to these terms and conditions. If you want, you have to give us certain permissions if we're going to sell this book to you. And I clicked the more information. They're going to sell you to third parties. You agree to have your information sold to third parties.
Oh, 100%.
Which I'm sure it's just so they can just spam you with advertisements and top G's or all that stuff.
But it's about one man's struggle against the Matrix.
He's pretty much proven a human trafficker. Like, he's a sex trafficker, dog. I mean, he was just getting pussy in foreign countries, and they don't play that shit. But
they don't let you get pussy in foreign
you look at his Discord and shit. Like, they definitely talk about trapping girls and making them. Like, his thing he did. I always fucking look too much into shit, but.
I don't know much about him. He's pretty polarizing. That's all I know.
his
Yeah,
first $1 million.
people really dislike this guy is one thing I found about talking about him today.
Oh yeah, they do not like him. They do not. But then there's a whole group of people that love the shit out of this.
But
guy.
I think Mark should buy the book and review it on his channel. I want
That's
to
what-
watch the house fire that is your chat.
Yeah,
The
I'm not
first $1
selling
million,
them.
the first $1 million he made was from having the girls on like an OnlyFans naked, and he was hiding underneath the desk typing to all the guys send him money, and he said, "Oh, this is amazing because the girls can't type, so I'll type for them." So he's like pretending to be a. That's how he got started with a bunch of. That's what I.
Why
heard.
did he have to hide under a table?
Why don't you just get behind the camera?
He was pretending to.
Yeah.
He was pretending to be the girl.
Why didn't he have a comfy chair in another room? Like,
That's supposedly that's the story, bro. He hid underneath the table.
what a weird guy.
What a
That
fucking
seems like he
weird,
just
yeah,
wanted-
bro.
Seems like he just wanted a view of something. I don't know.
Why didn't he hire like an independent artist for like
I'm sure he did at
$50
first.
to draw a
I'm
better
sure he did
book
after a while.
than
He
this
probably hired-
AI piece of shit?
Because he doesn't have enough money for a real artist. He's broke, you know. Andrew Tate has no money. I don't understand why he would use AI. He's got a ton of fucking cash. Just get a fucking artist.
All right, before I leave, we're gonna read the manifesto of this comic book.
Oh
real
god
quick.
damn.
Oh God.
What was the name of the site again, Mark?
I don't know.
Top
There's
G.
There it is,
Top G
dngcomics.com.
Yeah.
This is called Top G Breaking Illusions. Join Top G on his mission to crack the Matrix. Oof, sounds like a barn burner already. Let's learn more. The attack against me is relentless. They don't want you to know the truth. They want you living in a mental cage, chained by a weak mindset. I became the superhero of the youth. Superheroes in bold, so you know it's important.
Yeah.
By telling the truth and teaching young men to be strong. And now I am being punished for it in real time. These stories reflect the harsh truths of the Matrix, how I escaped it, and what I predict they will try next. Prepare yourself for Top G Breaking Illusions, the limited first edition, first comic in the Top G series, the DNG launch edition, an all-time collectible laced with some of my most vital and powerful life stories. Prepare for the first comic that will help you build an iron mind and fight against the desperate agenda of the Matrix. I'm passing on some of my most vital life lessons through these powerful stories. Are you ready to be a part of history?
I am.
No.
I'm fucking ready, bro. I'm fucking
Give
ready.
me your credit card number, Blee. I want somebody to buy this book.
That was fucking powerful shit.
Does anybody have a green dot we can use?
God, yeah, like they're I don't know, get a paid card or something like that.
Yeah, prepaid.
Yeah, get a
Sounds
prepaid.
amazing, dude. I ain't
We need to
gonna.
crowdfund and load up a prepaid card. Just
You know,
to
this community is capable of amazing things. We can't buy one copy of a $97 comic
Well,
book.
listen, I just don't want to give that guy all my information. So
Exactly.
Well, I'm
I would
prepared
love
to
to-
give him all your information.
I would love to buy the comic, but I don't want to buy it from him directly, I guess. That'd be hilarious.
I am
That's fucking
interested.
awesome. I'll bet you that comic fucking is expensive.
I
as
bet
fuck.
you if you post a review on YouTube, you are going to get the most interesting comments. Trolls will flock to you.
Oh yeah, as
On
soon as
both
you put
sides,
Andrew
I bet.
Tate on the fucking thumbnail, it'll be all over.
So
After he told me about this book today, I looked for reviews on. And there's already people just making videos left and right off the announcement of this comic. People weighing in saying I like the guy, but I'm not paying $100 for a book. People just criticizing him and saying it's trash. It's just people are all. I'll give you my JPay number. There you go, Scotty.
I think that happens with every rich person or people that are
What's
in that
JPay?
echelon. There's always a bunch of
You can
fish
ask Scott.
swimming around just
I'll-
trying to
I'll
feed
text
off everything they do the whole time they do it. Like, what's Andrew Tate doing? That's gonna get me some views. What's that guy doing?
oh, okay. So fuck it. I'm intrigued. Becker was on the last mix. You guys are promoting a big announcement. I didn't want to pester Becker and see if he knew what it was, but he probably knows. But
For what now?
The mix announcement
In
Friday.
the mix, DJ Links. What about it?
They're having an announcement Friday. Correct, Mark?
Oh yeah, I'm not a part of that club.
You're out of that clique. Okay.
Yes, we are.
Yeah. So I'm interested in it. I think it's cool. You guys have been promoting it for a while. You know, I'm gonna be streaming like usual, but I'll catch it when I can, and I'm interested in it. It seems cool.
Yeah, right now at the moment, I would probably until you hear otherwise, I would probably recommend maybe having that show open on your phone while you're streaming if you're interested, because you might want to be present for that announcement.
That sounds like that's an intriguing announcement. Now I want to watch the guy.
They've been pushing this fucking announcement for like 2 months, bro.
It's about to start getting pushed a lot harder because we're almost to it.
All right.
Some people are more than others, but if you end up being somebody that cares, you might want to be there. It might be time sensitive. It might not. At the moment, that's still up in the air.
Okay.
All right.
Unfortunately, I'll be at a different press conference. My wife actually runs her own club called the Jill Illuminati, and she has an announcement at the same time, unfortunately.
Oh, nice.
Wow.
Not really.
Yeah, the club don't really ask for people to watch. We just say, I do ask. I'm like, yo, please come watch the club and shit, but if there's something else going on, go ahead and watch that shit, man. Watch everybody. Go watch the links. Come fucking check me out later. I get better views after the stream anyway. So
Rude, they're being mysterious. They're not telling us what the announcement is. Alls we've seen to this point is the Illuminati logo next to the Austin LeMay logo. This is what we know.
See, now we're getting breaking news. I think I already heard that, but
no, that was shared.
It's literally in the.
We shared that
right
out
there.
last week.
But I didn't know that was it until someone told me. Like I just
K-pop got it. K-pop got it. We were revealing aliens.
Oh,
that's already been fucking done. Jesus.
Oh shit, we got to think of something else then. We'll think of something else.
Damn it.
Friday.
Bleak looks like he's making a Queen video. What the fuck?
I swear to God, I thought that when he first popped on, but I wonder if he's sad from where he bailed off the stream earlier.
Can anybody find me? Somebody to know.
So that's about it, man. I get. We talked about dinosaur transformer bullshits, and I mean, I wish Grimlock would have been there for one to do fucking, but it ain't G-Force.
They didn't have Grimlock in it and they had dinosaurs? Come on.
No, they didn't have
That's
dinosaurs.
a missed opportunity. I know they
It
didn't
was like
come
a
in
jungle
later.
atmosphere, so
They didn't come in until later.
All right.
I know that.
I just got the "Are you okay?" text, so I'm out of here.
Yeah, thank
you. Text back no when
you
see what
pushed it
happens.
too far. You pushed it too far.
Oh, I didn't get to give y'all shit about the fucking the president guy. I've been on this rant about him. So
who?
The fucking John Kennedy Johnson Lyndon Kennedy.
Big Johnson Lyndon.
Yeah. So
the guy after Nixon or JFK?
Yeah. Lyndon Johnson Kennedy. You know who I'm talking about. The guy writing Hulk.
Oh, Philip Kennedy Johnson. Dude, you named so many presidents just then, and they're close to each other. Now you had JFK, then Lyndon B. Johnson. I mean, it gets confusing.
Yeah, his middle name was Biden, wasn't it?
It has to be at this point.
I'm gonna hurt myself. It's so funny. So that's a saving grace. So I got bamboozled yesterday. I was on fucking Bleekers and I brought it up and I was like, so all he's done is like he came after the fucking Jonathan coming out shit, and then it's not that hard to probably make a good Superman after that. Like that's a saving grace.
He didn't get bamboozled. I think I said it was misspoken that he was on that, but that's okay. You keep talking.
Yeah. It wasn't just you. I think you got it from the chat. I think someone in the chat said
it's like we were all trying to fucking.
They were bringing down my theory, him and fucking Chris. I'm used to Chris doing it, but Bleeker hopped in. Bleeker's like, no, he wrote Kingdom Come. I'm like, what? So I had to get offline and look, and it's Mark Waid. I'm like, Yeah, I knew it wasn't him, but I just didn't want to fight with
First
him.
of all, I said I thought he was on Kingdom Come. I didn't know if he did or not.
Anyway, the whole point is like, I think that it's kind of trendy to find the new thing and want to be the first person and say this is going to be it. So I understand why people gravitate and they like, oh, this is fantastic. Like, I don't know, man. I kind of just, I feel like I always go again. I'm the anti hero, so
Yeah.
I like the old shit.
The hipster. If it's cool to everyone else, you don't like it. If it's Thor Love and Thunder, you love it.
I know. I don't understand it. I don't fucking get it, bro.
It took me a minute to figure it out. So
Thor Love and Thunder is the best fucking thing I've ever seen, man.
Philip Kennedy Johnson that you were talking about?
Oh yeah, Lyndon Johnson Kennedy.
Yes.
He did Superman around the time Jonathan Kent came out, and you could have probably threw a stinker in him. Somebody'd say that was a lot better than anything. And I mean, for me, like I'm a key mark, so I need my writers to create big keys.
I had to pause real quick. Tom Taylor shepherded the John Kent coming out story inside of the pages of Superman, Son of Kal-El. Philip Kennedy Johnson, before him coming out, probably roughly a year before John coming out, them doing that story, took over Action Comics and Superman proper. Yeah. And he took it over directly behind what's his face, who just drove him into the ground.
Bendis?
Yeah, he took both titles over after Bendis, and he ran both titles for a while, and it was always in the cards for Tom Taylor to step in to do the John Kent story. Now, the John Kent story and him coming out happened during the War World saga that Philip Kennedy Johnson wrote, where Superman was off planet for months.
And that's the one I was talking about with War World. It's not Kingdom.
War it's so good.
Was fucking amazing.
Yes.
Okay. So there's some credibility there. It's just for me, it's just like,
yeah, War
it's the new hot thing, and people want to be right. And
well, I don't know if I still don't think enough people are on it, to be honest with you, because like Robbie from Pop Culture's Philosopher, like I remember there was this issue of Action Comics before he left for War World, where you just see how in tune he is. What Philip Kennedy Johnson has done so well, they aged up Jonathan, and that hurt a lot of fans' feelings. But Philip Kennedy Johnson is like a big time Superman fan, like Christopher Reeve, and he's like a big time family guy with his son. So he brought that missing.
You can tell he's a Superman fan. You can really tell that he's a Superman fan. It's important.
That missing dynamic of not just that's my son, I love him, but what does that mean and what does it look like? And now that he's an older teenager, he's a young man. What does it look like as a parent? He's actually addressing what it means to be a parent at this age or any age that he's going to write in this character at. And they dive into that, and it feels like Superman again. And that's what's so great about it. As far as the John Kent stuff, Tom Taylor's doing the Tom Taylor stuff. And that's not even like a big part of the story, to be honest with you. Just like the fact that Clark Kent is heterosexual is not a big part of his story. You know what I mean? It's just a thing. It's not. They're still.
I probably lump it in as generally like that's what people were down on.
Oh, Big, did you die? You're there?
Maybe he's so alive the internet can't keep up.
he's
super alive. That's a whole other level of super.
But yeah, everybody is on that guy, and people like his writing, and I don't see why they wouldn't be. I usually follow good writing and good stories, good art. That's
when
sort of the way I collect comics personally. Some people follow characters. I usually follow artists and writers because I find the stories to be more compelling.
When people, when Al Ewing and Bennett took over Immortal Hulk, everyone was all over that number one. Like that was a big deal. Like number one and number two were expensive books on the secondary market for a long time.
Yeah.
When Donnie Cates took over Hulk, everyone jumped on it, but then Cates lost the plot in one issue, and people were like, "I'm out of here." Like, I think people want to like Hulk. Like Hulk is a very loved character that for some reason just people just quietly love him, kind of thing. Kind of like Superman, you know, like
we also just got an amazing Hulk story that just ended at that time, which was the Immortal Hulk.
And it was so good.
And then they went into what they went into, and you're like, what the fuck?
The worst Hulk run of all time.
Yeah.
It was so bad.
Not great. And for some reason, every third book that Donny Cates writes in a series blows up. Hulk 3 blew up. Fucking Venom 3 blows up. Fucking every third book. So
it was kind of crazy that people were still so hyped from that Venom train that they're like, there has to be a formula to this. We're going to figure it out. Give me 3, give me 6. Like, yo, are y'all serious? And Donny just did the same thing with crossover. When first off, I loved crossover. It was neat.
It was neat. It was definitely cool.
I think when we got past that first arc and we had that Chip Zdarsky palette cleansing issue, it just got fantastic from there because now we knew what to expect. You know, we got past just the like cameoing characters being the biggest thing the story has to offer, and it was enjoyable, a lot more enjoyable that second arc.
That was in the height of the spec, really heavy spec. Everybody's buying 30 covers because. They're waiting for the next Ultimate Fallout 4. They're like, it's gonna happen. It's gonna happen this time.
I'm just an A cover guy. I get an A cover like my trade dresses to match. I read them, file them, and they all look the same.
When I first started, I was
Cates has 3 houses that blew up.
What?
Sorry.
What? Something blew up? What's happening over there?
I heard that Cates is having a hard time right now. He got a divorce and he's not.
Yeah, Meg left him a long time ago.
His rock star life status is about to change.
I didn't know about it though. I didn't know that's what was.
That's why Stegman had to finish off Vanish, and Otley had to finish off Hulk. Cates hasn't been actively writing for a long time now. When I say finish off, I mean step in and write the story. Finish writing it. Like Donny Cates didn't even have credits in the last, I think, 3 issues of his Hulk run. Stegman just had to he's like, I know where he was going with it. Let's rush it to the end and cut it, kill it.
Oh man. Well, I think we had a good time. I don't want to hold you all day. We might show a couple books. I'm going to be on the club, and Legion will be on the mix. Big announcement. I know you got other shit going on. Yeah, you want to show some books while I go grab some? Well, you got 50 death blows. What's that about?
I don't know. You should follow me to find out. I'm doing weird shit with
Is that the new book that's big or something?
Yeah, I don't spec buy Biggie. If I'm buying a lot of copies of something, it's because I'm about to do something.
Death Blow 1, okay.
Something me with them. I'm doing something me with them.
Something's happening.
But I just got back from vacation, picked my books up yesterday, and I forgot that I was lucky enough to order that 1:25 ratio for Wolverine. It's a John Jang variant. Nice. I don't collect to read Wolverine because Marvel does not meet my standards for storytelling, but it's a cool cover.
Wolverine's something's supposed to happen with Wolverine. It's something.
I do read Ghost Rider. Like I've been very happy with Benjamin Percy's current Ghost Rider run. And there's certain characters I'll still pick up and try every time they reset the creators on it with Marvel, but I'm just so disheartened.
I heard somebody's going to Wolverine, and I said I might have to start buying Wolverine again because
might have to look into that. I know they're about to do a team up story. I guess I'm assuming it'll be a limited series. It's Ghost Rider Wolverine. And it has a subtitle to it. Benjamin Percy is writing.
Ask Evil's comics. He'll fucking know.
All right. Well, I got some bangers. Check this out, guys. All right. So I got this one today, man. What do y'all think of this book, dude? Does this look like a real one, or am I tripping?
It's not. That's not Silver Age. That's trash.
That's a pretty big modern book, though. If it was real, it looks real as fuck to me.
I got that's a nice. That's good.
If I wouldn't tell y'all it was a facsimile, you'd think it was real, right?
Well, unless I looked at the price on it, yeah.
How much were the originals? I think they were $8 too.
No, I don't think they were.
The fucking Marvel 1 points were bigger books. They costed more.
$4.99 maybe.
I'm thinking at least 7 or 8, bro.
No.
The way I remember it.
No, man.
No, I bought a bunch of those fucking other Marvel 1 points. The Novas. Here's the first Gwenpool. Can't remember who did the cover.
Is that cover B or something?
It's Ron Lim, I believe.
Yeah, but isn't the first Gwenpool, isn't she in a rubber ducky thing on a fucking in the
Yeah,
water?
I have the Slab 9-4 A cover, but
That's what that
one's
A cover is, right? Yeah.
It's a little tougher. I brought some DC because our guy Legion's here. I think this is the second Silver Spectre.
Yeah, that's a second Silver Spectre right there.
That's nice.
Stop. 61.
61. Yep. I got a cool book behind it too. I'm
My
sure
number
everybody
6
here has this one.
at CGC right now. Oh, I love that cover. Dude, do you remember the made-for-television movie for Generation X?
No, I never watched it, but I want to.
That was one that me and Pops made sure we were home when it aired, so we could hit pause on the VCR, so we could not record the commercials and get a good copy.
Nice.
Huh. My guy Hubert. That's some old school stuff right there.
I like that.
Yeah, a little torture cover. So I sent my guy Doc my first Blastar, and I had 2 copies, so I kept the minty one. This one's like,
look at the colors on that.
nice cover.
Golly.
Yeah, Unruly Simeon. Shout out to Simeon. Thank you, brother. I got this one recently. Never had it. Cameo New Warriors.
That's got to be an early Night Thrasher right there. When did Night Thrasher first appear?
It's either this one or the next one, I believe. I don't know. I know this was like the cameoed and the Fools after this, I believe.
Well, that's it right there. That cover appearance was the first time we saw him.
Probably 412.
Really cool. I never knew what his first appearance was. You always see that Chrome #1 from the 90s. Everyone loved that one.
This one's weird, dude. So I call this one the first League of Assassins, but it's actually one of the guys from the League of Assassins' first appearance, and they didn't call it the League of Assassins. They call it like the Assassins of something or some shit. So the Neil Adams cover.
That's awesome.
Fire.
Yeah, so some people consider this the first League of Assassins, but more people would call it the Tech, but I don't know which one came out earlier or whatever, but it's a cool one. I like it. Nice. And then just a little Maestro on the Bizak. You got any books, Bleak? You're in the dark?
I haven't picked up anything new. I always got books kicking around.
I mean, we could hang out, but I just don't have much to talk about. What are you doing, Lucha? You chilling out? And me is running off.
Well, you can catch me on church on Sundays. I got to work all week, so I'll be at work. That's about it, bro.
I'm probably gonna hop on some Tekken in a minute.
Bleak, do you set up at the market every weekend? Do you have like a permanent spot at your market?
Yeah, I got a permanent spot there at the market.
Nice.
Yeah, it's been going pretty slow there this summer, but should pick up now that September's on its way around. I always got to do a few things. It's not easy running it, but it's pretty fun.
Nice.
Are you excited for the Turtles movie, Legion?
I'm not. I don't know. It looks too young, too geared toward kids for me to be too excited. I'm not too big of a fan of the animation style. It's just one of those things that Spider-Verse animation style is difficult for me. I love those movies. I thought they were good, but the animation is just too much for me, and the Turtle style looks very similar to that. Kind of like how some people say they just can't do 3D. It's just too much for them. That animation is just too erratic for me. I don't know what the deal with it is.
I'm super excited for it. I've got a 9.8 Canadian Turtle Adventures #1, so I want that shit sold. So I'm pretty excited for this movie.
I think that they have a good shot at being a good one, because I mean the Miles shit is very successful, and Turtles and that art style could probably work. So I don't know yet. We'll see.
Yeah,
I like the
think
old Mike.
it's acceptable. It's got a 96% from critics on Rotten Tomatoes, but animation always scores high on Rotten Tomatoes.
Who that liked it? He's a Turtles guy, so we'll see what happens.
Yeah, I've had a couple people that went and saw it, and they both said they liked it.
I have one more point about it, but
it looks like they have every character ever in it as well. So,
but everybody I know says they like the Barbie movie too, which I'm probably not going to see because I'm just not interested in watching it. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
It's not my bag, man.
I want to see Oppenheimer. That's like the next thing on my list to see. I'm trying to
Oppenheimer.
make sure.
I'd be interested in checking that out for sure.
I'm trying to catch it before it leaves the cinema.
I rewatched the last Turtles movie, dude.
Out of the Shadows?
Yeah, I think so. The Michael Bay one.
With Krang in it or without Krang?
With Krang at the end.
Okay, yeah.
I liked it. I like it a lot. I think it was. It's rewatchable. I get excited watching it. I thought it was a good flick. So
yeah, I enjoyed both of those. I like the first one that they did. The Michael Bay one's a lot more. I feel like they leaned more into like the campy 80s cartoon with the second one. And I don't know. Yeah, I think because I have so many kids and I'm always watching kids content that I might just be a little more burned out on.
I still like the originals, man. So I like the first, the 1 and 2, and I think they're the best. So.
Absolutely.
That was around the time people started shitting on Michael Bay real hard, but I don't think it was a bad movie. I think it was pretty good. It was not done horribly, and there was a lot of stuff that was tied into the Turtles universe. It was like mad things you could reference.
If I'm going to watch a cartoon, give me a cartoon. If I'm going to watch a movie based in reality, give me something that looks a little more real. That's just like, I don't know. It just looks like CGI to me. That's all that those movies look like is just plain. Everything looks fake. So not my style, man.
Yeah. The beam for me tilted on the Transformers, how the beam just shot up through everything and just looked like a stupid ass shitty 70s beam or something. I don't know what it looked about, but when I saw Prime, I was excited. I saw a couple other ones. When Bumblebee died, I was happy because I just can't see a fucking Bumblebee. Get tired of him. All right. Well, we're gonna get out of here. Lucha, you want to hit the backstage? You can, man. You got, but we're gonna get out of here, and I'm gonna let y'all get back to it. I think who's on? Oh, Dracula's on after Between the Lines. Is what
yeah. Drac's gonna do his CBCS awards or whatever. CBCS, yeah.
I'm trying to get the trivia going. It's proven hard to get TM and Journey in the same spot at the same time, so I'm gonna give them another week. If that don't fucking work, I'm gonna try to see if Hialeah and Mystery Opponent will do some trivia because I'm itching to get that going too. So
interesting.
All right, guys, we're out of here, man. Thank you, Legion. Peace. Thank you, Bleeker Becker.
Oh, it was fun hanging out.
Cheers, man. Legion. Cheers, brother.
Absolutely. And we will see y'all down the road, dude.
Biggie.